Who's been doing off-road trucks the longest? Okay, that was kind of a rhetorical question, but yes, Toyota has what it takes to take you off the beaten path. And this Tacoma is an example of that. I borrowed it from Karl Malone Toyota here in Draper, Utah. I'm not sure if it's available for sale. Be sure to ask for Matt and he'll be able to give you the details. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker. At the very top is a description. And you guys see the colors is oxide, bronze, metallic, and the interior is going to be mineral. And this is just a short listing of the standard equipment. Just be sure to pause it. I'm not going to go through every single thing. This one does have the max engine too. And as far as the options go, you only have mud guards for $60. Destination comes in at $14.95 with a total price of $64,455. And here are the fuel economy numbers off to the side. I know it's going to be said in the comment section, $65,000 for a mid-size pickup. I will make one excuse here. If you want a hardcore off-road pickup, you found it right here. This truck is truly hardcore. Between the suspension, the skid plates, the snorkel, I mean, there's so many features. If you were to take a regular Tacoma and add what this truck has, you're gonna probably pay a good penny. I mean, some people pay upwards of 10 to 15 grand when it's all said and done to build a truck like this, and Toyota gives it to you from the factory under factory warranty. Now on the front end, they still give you that blackout on the headlights. Looks great, full LED, including the turn signals. They also give you a Trailhunter badge right here. This is a closed off vent, parking sensors on the side, very wide fender flares, and they do give you a cutout in the bumper. You do have the TRD Pro, and then you have this. TRD Pro is basically a Baja truck. This is more of an overlander, so if you like to go off-road at slow speeds, rock crawling, that's why you would buy a truck like this. They give you a ton of lighting on the front end too. You do have a light bar right here. Also, you have the rigid lights, and there's no valance on the front end to give you better ground clearance. And check that out, they give you some little Toyota trucks right there. It's pretty cool. Obviously, you have some skid plates there. It says Trailhunter. Have some recovery hooks on both sides. Hopefully you guys can see those. But yeah, this truck is pretty hardcore. Active grille shutters, and they give you that bronze finish on those emblems right there. I love that. Here's a quick peek at this suspension. My wife had a 2013 Toyota Land Cruiser. Around the time when I was about to pay it off, I was going to lift it and I was going to add these shocks. Old man Emu. I wanted to get about a 3-inch lift. I was going to probably put some 33s on it. That never happened because my wife was like, I don't like that look. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, you do have an aluminum upper control arm. This is pretty much the same one they use on the TRD Pro. They also give you a little bit of aluminum on that steer knuckle, and it's kind of hollow, so they're giving you some weight savings as well. And as I said earlier, this suspension is not Baja. This is 100% for those slow speeds, going off-road. It's going to probably give you better wheel articulation. And up front, I don't believe they give you a locker, which is pretty shocking. I thought they would have for this type of truck here. But you do have one out back. Here's the other side of the suspension. That lower control arm is steel, by the way. And I want to show you, hopefully you guys can see that sway bar, right? You can see where it is. And there's a mechanism right there. You can see it. That's where the disconnect is right there. So basically that bar will break apart inside of there. And that's what's basically giving you that disconnection and giving you the extra wheel articulation. You can also see those skid plates a little bit better right here. They do give you a little bit more protection on the TRD Pro in this area, but not on the Trailhunter. I'm not sure why though. But overall, this suspension is definitely for like that low speed impact and to give you a little bit more articulation. And I will add that this suspension is going to have more load carrying because, again, when you get the TRD Pro, it's for that high impact, right? It's for jumping, things like that, so you need it to be a little softer. On this one, it's not going to be as soft, so it's going to probably do better if you do plan on adding more accessories or maybe pulling a small camper. Now really quickly, I want to show you guys the tire tread here. Here's a look at the sidewall. These are the Goodyear Wrangler Territory RTs. Really aggressive tire. They're not LT tires, but here's the tire size. It's going to be a 265/70/18. Now, in case you're wondering, that's going to be a 32.6 tall tire and 10.4 inches wide. So overall, it's a pretty aggressive tire. Bronze wheels, has a Toyota spelt out in the middle, 6 lug, 4 piston brakes, and they do give you a fabric material for that liner too inside of there. And if you want to know the capacity of the tire too, is 2,756 pounds at 51 psi. And here's some of the badging right there. So it does have the hybrid system, turn signals, cameras, and then you have that Trailhunter badge right there. And then here's a side view. Here's a quick peek at the rock rails. I like how they install them on the Land Cruiser, and let's see if they do it the same. And they do. So yeah, so these rock rails are actually installed on the frame. Other truck manufacturers will actually install rock rails on the cab, and I don't understand why you would do that. I would think that if you're going to be sliding on rocks, you would want that to be installed on the frame. That's just my theory on it, at least. Smart key system on the front doors. A lot of hard plastic, you know, obviously on the fender flares, door handles. I would like to see maybe some painted door handles personally on this price point. Now, I think it should have the same fuel tank capacity. There's a button inside that you have to push to open it. They do provide these lights on the side here. Really cool. Lights inside the bed you can see and above. And out back, you're gonna have the old man emu shocks. They do give you some protection right there. And then you have that reservoir. I didn't see a reservoir on the front, but they give you an oil reservoir right here. And you have the ARB logo at the very top there. They also provide a diff cover, I guess if you slide over a rock so you don't damage the diff. You probably see it better right there. And notice where they put the exhaust system at. So as I said earlier, if you go rock crawling, you have the exhaust basically that ends off right here. That way you don't scrape out the back. It's pretty smart. You see that drive shaft's finished in aluminum. Fuel tank is on the opposite side, by the way, too. And here's more of your accessories. Again, a lot of this stuff is not cheap. Out back you have the off-road bumpers. Again, if you want to add off-road bumpers, I mean, bumpers can be $1,500 to $2,000. And they still have parking sensors. I'm sure they have all the crash stuff behind them, which makes them compliant. LED lights. And it looks like you can add potentially some lights here maybe. They have some recovery hooks on the side of the hitch. You probably can lift the truck also from this class 4 hitch 2 or class 3 hitch 1 or 2, I'm not sure. You have that 4 and 7 pin right there. More badging, and then out back, full LED tail lights. And no surprise, they have a full-size spare tire with a matching wheel, looks like. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, this is installed right on the hitch. Perfect. They do provide a light, if I didn't mention that already. Backup camera, and this is power. Yeah, this is a really nice truck. 400 watts of power. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that completely wrong. I said 2,400 watts of power. Wow. And a little bit of storage. This is something that Toyota's always had. More accessories there. On this side, you see what that says? It says compressor. So you do have a compressor system right here. Onboard air. Come on. 12 volt power, some USBs. That's pretty cool. So if you want to air down your tires, you can air them back up when you get back to civilization. A few tie downs around the bed too. And they also give you 2 cameras above the cab there. If you want to put it back up, very easy. They also give you the buttons on both sides to put it down. And then here's just the other side. I know some people have mixed feelings on this engine, and I understand, because when you went from a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder engine that was bulletproof, however, it was a dog, you gotta admit that, it was a dog. This does seem to be hard to receive, but I'm pretty sure in time people will accept this new engine. And the hybrid system just makes it a little bit better overall for performance. Now, it does have an open deck type for the cylinder block. It is made of aluminum as well. Now, the pistons are made of light alloy. Crankshaft has 5 journals and 8 counterweights. It does have hydraulic last adjusters, and this is port and direct injection too, which is good for obviously those valves. 323 horsepower, max is like 326 with the hybrid system, and 465 pound-feet of torque. That torque comes on around 1700 RPMs, whereas the horsepower comes on around 6,000. You can see where these spark plugs are. You can see the packs there. And everything is pretty complicated under here. I'm going to be honest with you, when you add the hybrid system, it does make it a little complicating. I will be completely honest with you. But with that being said, they do give you this intake system here. And hopefully you guys can see where that runs down to. You also have the snorkel. And that's obviously going to be good for if you're going in deep waters. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. Here is the door card. I do like this mineral color they give you. They give you some goldish stitching as well. All this is going to be soft touch. There is some hard plastics, however, on the door. And then check out this design too. That looks really good. Down below you have some LED lights right here. JBL premium sound system. A little bit of storage inside the door as well. And check out that dash. More like this silver grayish accent. You can adjust the headlights manually and brighten up this screen. And this is how you open that fuel door. Auto high beams, traction control, and this is how you turn on that 120 volt power plug. You can drop the tailgate from inside the truck. And they give you 3 auxiliaries right there. And then here are the lighting controls for your light bar and fog lights. And then here are the seats. That is a 12-way. Great support on the sides, especially up top here. Perforated leather seats. And I like this graphic with these horizontal lines running. More of that gorgeous stitching and piping. And then here are the headrests too. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel. They also provide some perforated leather because you know your hands are going to start to sweat on those trails. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. Love the dash design here. I do wrap this in leather and that mineral color. And I don't know what this is. Is that for? I don't know what this is for. Skid plate, that's what it is. I guess for skid plate removal, maintenance. Here's a quick look at those floor mats too. On this side, you still have a 12-way seat, and I'm including the lumbar as an FYI. They give you a grab handle for the passenger when they get sick, have something to hold on to. They did a great job with this interior, I have to admit. Toyota has really stepped up their game for sure. Out back, they do cheap out a little bit. They give you all this in hard plastics. You do have auto up and down for front and rear windows too, by the way. And there's a handle up here that hides your bottleneck jack and some tools for changing the spare tire. I'm having a little bit of a brain fart here. I can't remember how to put this seat up. Hold on one second. I don't think these seats go up because of the hybrid system. But you can see right down there, you have 2400 watts inside the truck. That's pretty cool actually. 2 USBs, cup holders. No armrest, however, but you can hang some stuff, and you do have a power sliding rear glass, 3 headrests. But yeah, I can't lift that seat, so I'm assuming because of the hybrid system, you're not able to in this truck. But stepping inside is pretty easy. Large displays, and push button start. Love the readout for the gauge cluster. They also give you heads up display, and this is one of the camera views above the cab for this rearview mirror. Also, you have this camera view as well for the bed. They give you off-road cameras too that shows you your pitch and roll. You can turn it off like that, and they have multiple things you can see. I like Toyota. They've done a good job with their camera system for sure. Dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats. You have the wireless charger, 2 more USBs, and some storage right there. Here's your locker for the rear axle, stabilizer bar disconnect up front, and then this is for the cameras, and then this is for trailering. You also have your drive modes here. They do show up on this screen, so you have eco, normal, and sport. Tow haul mode is right here, and yeah, they just have 1 level for that. With the Tundra, they have 2. Multi-terrain system, it's not available. You probably have to be in drive and 4-wheel drive, probably locked in there. And you have your DSC and crawl control there. And this is how you change from 2 high to 4 high to 4 low. No 4 auto. I would like to see that. Electronic parking brake, and then you have a hold function. They still provide your manual mode too. No paddle shifters on the steering wheel though. And then they do give you your adaptive cruise control and a few things to control this screen here. But yeah, this screen, they do give you a lot of information inside of here. They give you 3 menus that you can pretty much customize inside of here as well. Overall, this is truly a nice truck. I have to admit, you know, for what you're getting, there's side-by-sides that cost a few $1,000s less than this. And would you rather have this or a side-by-side that's gonna depreciate a lot faster? That's just my humble opinion. You can't slide that rear glass. They do provide LED interior lighting. There's a spot up here for your sunshades. Ooh. Oh boy. I'll fix that later. But here the vanity on both sides. Cup holders. And then here is some storage. Lastly, you guys can probably see the button there for the heated steering wheel. Trailer brake controllers right there. This screen, I mean, there's a lot of nice information in here. You can customize the screen here if you like. You can do your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wirelessly. Let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door. The gross axle rating up front is going to be 3,570 pounds. The rear is 3,475 pounds. Gross fuel core rating is going to be 6,835 pounds. And the wheels are going to be 18 by 8 wide. All in payload is 1215 minus 27, which is 1188. So all in all, I think that for the money, this truck is expensive, yes. But for what you're getting in this package, you're getting a luxury interior, but you're getting a well-equipped truck to really take off-road the day you get it. Like, you can't take a TRD off-road in places that this truck can go, for sure. And I like the fact that it does come with a lot of accessories through ARB, has the Old Man Emu suspension, and that stuff is not cheap too, by the way. If you're looking to buy these things, it's not cheap, but it's really good quality. I think Old Man Emu is out of Australia too, if I remember correctly. But I hope you guys like the video. Be sure to subscribe if you find this content helpful or entertaining. See you guys soon. Since you guys stayed till the end, I want to show you guys the lighting. Unfortunately, you cannot turn on the center light bar here unless it's in high beam, which kind of sucks, which means you can't use it in conjunction with the fog lights. The rigid lights do have a white color effect, and you could change them to amber